Hey there, welcome to another episode of Moandain Designs. I'm your host Moandain, and this video is part of my Soapbox series, and today we're going to be talking about microtransactions. Hey guys, so I know that my YouTube channel is not really supposed to launch until the beginning of next year, or at least that's what my plans were. But recent events have brought quite a few things to light about some things that I really feel strongly about, and honestly, I just wanted to get my opinion out there. So technically, this is episode 0, and episode 1 is going to start at the beginning of next year. So. The thing I'm going to be talking about is microtransactions, which overall, as a blanket statement, are not a bad thing. But there are several categories of microtransactions. Now, this is me just reacting to all of the stuff that's been happening with EA and Star Wars Battlefront 2 and all of that other mess that's been going on, and also the patent that Activision has registered. So let's just start off with the thing that started it all, which was the whole Battlefront 2 fiasco. EA decided that they wanted to have microtransactions in their game, but they wanted a better incentive than just something that looks good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go into some of the categories of microtransactions. There are microtransactions that are basically pay to look pretty, where it's all cosmetic stuff and everything is just cosmetic and has no bearing on the game whatsoever. Then there is pay to go fast, which is usually just, for phone games and to reduce timers on stuff and things like that. And have not a great impact, but paying to go fast is really, really close to what is the next category, which a lot of gamers consider unacceptable. The unacceptable category is pay to win. This is basically, you can turn around and be a wallet warrior and dump $500 on a game and basically roll over the most experienced player in the game when you've just been playing for like 2 hours and spent $500 in microtransactions. Now with Battlefront 2, people have already released videos and stuff stating that you only have to reach like a certain level before you can really make use of all the microtransactions, but it's only about 20 hours. If you know what you're doing, and you can get a severe advantage that's going to last months over other players, and it was based on a pay to go fast, but they tried to restrict it with level, but getting the levels was easy enough that after you spend the 20 hours or however many hours it's going to take to get to the particular level that you need, that it basically just turns into pay to win again. And that's very unacceptable for us gamers. It actually cheapens the validity of the game. It's no one wants pay to win, straight up pay to win. That's for chintzy little phone games. It is definitely not for big console games or big PC games, which those kinds of microtransaction models have shown up in both now. And EA has gone through and taken it all back and done all this stuff and had the most downvoted Reddit post out there and all this other stuff. There's been a huge amount of backlash. Unfortunately, the damage has been done, and there are people that are not purchasing the game based on principle. I myself am probably not going to purchase the game just because I would only play it for the campaign, and the campaign is reported to be around 4 hours, and I just don't have $60 to waste on a 4 hour campaign. I don't like playing online on those style of games because it's a little too competitive, and um, I just don't need that in my life. Uh, not knocking the people who enjoy that. I just personally don't enjoy it. Um, but it's kind of funny to watch EA kind of flop around because of this, where they basically push the customers a little too far. And the big thing is that on Wall Street, their stock prices dropped, and all these analysts and stock people are always, they're all upset about it. And it's like, oh, we're gamers too, and uh, Rich over at Tech Review and stuff like that, he was just talking about how this analyst was saying that he was a gamer and all this other nonsense. And it's just like, okay, guys, we understand that all you were really interested in was a quick payout, and it's gone. EA's not going away. Financially, they're going to recover as soon as they release the next Madden game. It's not that big of a deal. They're just upset that they don't get a super quick payout. That's what they were looking for, was the money. Same thing that EA was looking for, with this microtransaction stuff. Activision, their patent, RGT85, brought that to light. I knew about it before then, but I didn't see anything about on YouTube about it until RGT85 came out for it. And yes, that is definitely an ugly thing to do, to basically pair people up to promote microtransactions that are, again, basically pay to win, because you're buying an item in a game that gives you an advantage, a large tactical or strategic advantage. um, you just, you can't do that to games. Gamers recognize things like that. It is glaring and obvious. And I know that a lot of the CEOs of these companies, they're not really in it for the long haul. They don't want to see their company live for another 100 years. They don't care about that. They're going to be dead in 100 years. They're looking at filling their pocketbooks now, and the way to do that is to basically use these predatory business practices and business models inside of their games. And yes, I do believe that they are predatory. They prey on your customers. And that makes me think of something that I learned when I was in retail: is take care of your customers, or someone else will. It's not okay to take advantage of your customers. It's not okay to basically get caught red-handed with your hand in the cookie jar, with your hand in our wallets, trying to take more money from us, and saying that, oh well, it's not what you think, it's not what you think. No, it's exactly what we think. Don't tell us what we think. You know, I'm trying really hard for my YouTube channel to be very positive. I don't want to, get on this whole negative kick and down, you know, you know, poop all over, companies and all of this other stuff, and be angry all the time. But it's like, I have to look at Activision and EA and just ask them, it's like, do you realize that you're not treating your customers with respect? Come on, guys, just give us a little respect. Treat us with respect. Give us good games to play with. Don't trade on your names. Don't trade on the names of your IPs. Yes, you can cheap out and get away with it once, maybe twice, but you know, and same thing with pay to win. It's like, pay to win is a way that games have killed themselves in the past. And sure, you can see, a quick spike in profits and stuff, but the quick spike that you get in one quarter does not equal, you know, the the amount of profits that you guys could get over, you know, a 1 year period. It's You got to think about the long game here, overall profitability of the entire life of the game. Don't sacrifice the longevity or the lifespan of the game for quick profits. It's a bad idea. It's a bad investment. You're basically discounting all of that production money that you've put into this game. And I think that's really all that I have to say about this. And I'll just circle back to is EA, Activision, please treat us with some respect, and you'll be surprised at what kind of loyalty that you can get by just being respectful. Well, that's it for this episode of Moandain Designs. I'm your host, Moandain, and I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making it. If you like what you see, you can support me and my channel by clicking on one of the Patreon links below. And as always, please have a wonderful day.